Hello, everybody. Welcome back to episode 15 of Sam's podcast. This evening, we'll be talking about some MLB stuff, NCAA stuff, just like we were talking about in this morning's live stream. We'll be talking about the same thing here this evening. Alright, so if we pull up MLB, I'm pretty sure there was an article I wanted to talk about here. Let me see if I can find it. Here. Questions and prediction for Red Sox as 2025 begins. This was posted at 11 a.m. Central Time today, per MLB.com, per Ian Brown. He writes, Boston, the calendar has flipped to 2025 and the Red Sox can't wait to get going. Once spring training gets underway in the second week of February, manager Alex Cora's squad can start washing away the bitter taste of the last 3 seasons when the club didn't make the playoffs or finish above 500. I do believe this, quote unquote, I do believe this is the last of our struggles, Cora said late in the 24 season. Cora said that due to his belief in the continued growth of the team's exciting young core and the prospect of adding more talent via trades and free agency. To that end, Chief Baseball Officer Craig Breslow acquired 2 talented pitchers in ace Garrett Crochet, a trade with the White Sox, and reliever Aroldis Chapman, who was a free agent, and also signing free agent pitcher Walker Buehler. There should be more to come before opening day, as the Red Sox seem determined to flip the recent script. Breslow said, quote, "We are going to continue to try to find ways to improve. We'll also continue to be mindful of trying to add to the relief group. Still trying to balance out the lineup and find a right-handed bat. Probably looking at the catching position behind Connor Wong becomes even more important, so we've got a lot of work still to do." That's what Breslow was commenting about. One realistic free agent target who would still be a perfect fit for the Red Sox. Given Boston's need for an experienced right-handed bat and a veteran leader in the clubhouse, Alex Bregman is as good a fit as there is on the fit with the Red Sox positionally. Bregman has played third base his whole career, where Rafael Devers is entrenched with Boston. However, Bregman has sent out signals he would consider moving to second base for the right team, and Boston has an opening there. There have also been trade rumors involving Tristan Casas this winter. If Casas was moved, Devers could move across the diamond to first base, with Bregman staying at the hot corner. Now I'm gonna come back to the Riverside tab, and I'm gonna talk about this. So, yes, I do think the Red Sox are improving. They got Garrett Crochet in that trade with the White Sox earlier this offseason. They signed they signed free agent pitcher Walker Buehler, and they also signed uh they also signed free agent relief pitcher Aroldis Chapman. So I do think the Red Sox are improving. I do think the Red Sox wants to be competitive in 2025. I do think the Red Sox want to actually make it back to the postseason, and also finally have a season where they're above 500 again. So, because the past 3 seasons they haven't finished over 500, so or really at 500. So, yeah, I mean, I really do think the Red Sox are trying to be competitive, are gonna be competitive this season, this coming season. Let me pull up the live chat. Here we go. And yeah, do I think Bregman would be a good fit? I do think so. I think there are still other teams trying to get him. I think there are other teams that might be a little bit more that may or may not be willing to give up more money than the Red Sox. But I do think the Red Sox are a good fit, or one good fit for Alex Bregman. And that would help the Red Sox on their third base problem about the same time their second base problem. Third base problem, yeah, they have Rafael Devers, but like they mentioned in the article, like Mr. Ian mentioned in the article, look, Devers might move over to first base, so that would leave Bregman to the hot corner. But Bregman has already mentioned that he is eligible to move over to second base or maybe even shortstop if they need it. So I don't know. It's something to think about for sure, but that's my opinion on it. That's my opinion as far as what the Red Sox can do, as far as if they do, as far as signing Bregman, and if they do sign Bregman, where would they play him? Like, I know they would play him on third base just because he's a third baseman. But he already said he's eligible to moving over to second base. Especially if he gets signed by a team that already has a really good third baseman as it is. Like, for example, I don't know, like, for example, the Yankees, the Dodgers, something like that. Now, as much as I would hate for him to go there, the Dodgers have a good enough third baseman as it is, to the point where I could see Bregman moving over to second base in that situation. And it's just something to think about. It's just something to think about for sure. And yeah, we'll see where it goes from there. But another thing I wanted to let's get out of this article real quick. Another thing I wanted to give my own opinion on is here we go. The free agent target, breakout, and more that could define the Chicago Cubs in 2025. This was per MLB per Jordan Bastian. This article was posted at 9:27 a.m. this morning Central Time. Alright, we have two new chat messages. One says, I think Bregman would be good as shortstop or second, and obviously third. What's your prediction on where Breggy will end up? I don't have a... Well, I don't... That's kind of hard because he could go to Arizona, mainly because he is from Arizona. So he could go to Arizona, go back to his hometown. But at the same time, the two teams that I probably would rather him not to go to is probably the Yankees and Dodgers. But if there are any other teams that are not the Dodgers, if there are any other teams that I think would be the better fits for him, it would probably be the Diamondbacks, Cubs, and maybe the Blue Jays, maybe the Blue Jays, but I want the teams that I do not want Bregman to. Sorry, voice crack or whatever. The teams that I probably don't want him to sign with mainly is the Dodgers, the Yankees, the Rangers. Not that the Rangers might actually go after Bregman, but maybe. And the Mariners. Now, some of that is because of all four teams' fan base. Some of that is because all four teams, just the teams in general and stuff like that. But if I really had to ultimately predict on where I think personally Bregman would go besides the Astros, I would probably say the Diamondbacks, just because that's his hometown. And I'm sure he would love to go back to where he grew up. And so, if he doesn't sign with the Astros, I would make a prediction saying he would sign with Arizona. But, yeah. If we go back to this tab that I was talking about, the free agent target, and breakout, and more that could define the Chicago Cubs in 2025. This is per MLB.com, per Jordan Bastian at 9:27 a.m. Central Time this morning. Chicago. The calendar has flipped to 2025. Cubs convention is just around the corner, and the North Siders will be off to Tokyo for an historic opening day series against the Dodgers before you know it. The countdown to next season has started, but there is still work to be done for a Cub team intent on reaching the playoffs in 25. Let's take a look at one move that would steal some more headlines for Chicago this winter, and ponder a few other items with next year being upon us. Alright, number one. One realistic free agent target who would be a perfect fit for the Cubs is right-hand pitcher Roki Sasaki. Roki Sasaki. Now, I'm going to dabble in on this for just a little bit, for just a few seconds here. Do I think the Cubs have a shot at Sasaki? Yes. Do I think the Cubs are actually going to be able to sign Sasaki? No. I think Sasaki is going to go somewhere like LA, like the Dodgers, or like maybe the Yankees, or maybe the Orioles, maybe, or someone like that. I don't think the Cubs are going to sign. I think they will have a chance at signing Sasaki. I'm sure they will probably offer him a contract. Heck, they probably already offered him a contract by now. But do I think that they will actually come with agreement with Sasaki? No. And if it does happen, well, I erase everything I just said. But I don't think that the Cubs are going to be able to agree on a deal with Sasaki before, like, the Dodgers or Yankees or Orioles or these other teams are able to actually get in talk with Sasaki and actually make a deal. So yeah. So I come up. So I'm in disagreement with that a little bit, but number 2, one player poised for a breakout season is center fielder Pete Crow Armstrong. Yes, I do agree with this one. Pete Crow Armstrong, if we take a look at this, Pete Crow Armstrong, let's see what his stats were in 2024. So in the 2024 regular season, he had 372 at-bats, 46 runs scored, 88 hits, 10 home runs, 47 RBIs, 27 stolen bases, .237 batting average, .286 on base percentage, and a .670 OPS. In his career so far, 386 at-bats, 49 runs scored, 88 hits, 10 home runs, 48 RBIs, 29 stolen bases, .228 batting average, a .282 on base percentage, and a .652 OPS. Now, yes, I do believe Pete Crow Armstrong, by the way, a left-handed batter, left-handed thrower, 22-year-old center fielder, 5'11", 184 pounds. Look, I do believe Pete Crow Armstrong needs to have a breakout season in 2025. I do think Pete Crow Armstrong, look, I believe he can be a really good outfielder for the Chicago Cubs if he can actually do good with the bat. Alright? Look, I didn't watch him at all this past season, but I'm sure he was fine in the outfield this season for the Cubs, this past season for the Cubs, or last year for the Cubs, but the bat needs to get better. I need to see the bat getting better for Pete Crow Armstrong in 2025, in the 2025 season. And that starts with spring training. I need to see his bat wake up in spring training and then follow back up when it gets to regular season, when it gets to opening day and regular season time. Let's close that tab and keep reading. Number 3, one prospect to watch in 2025 is right-handed pitcher Cade Horton. Now, personally, I've never heard of this guy, so I don't know much about him. Well, actually, I don't know anything about him. But apparently he's one of the prospects. He's a pitching prospect for them. He's a right-handed pitcher. He's 23 years old, 6'1", 211 pounds. And look, Cade Horton, look, what did it say? It said one prospect to watch in 2025. Look, he'll probably be really, really good. I doubt he'll be horribly bad. He'll be really, really good. Hold on, guys. Let me hush my TV. Alright, sorry guys, I'm back. Sorry, my TV for some reason was playing something, and also I forgot to shut my door. So, but yeah, Cade Horton. Look, he'll probably be really good as a prospect. He'll probably be a really good prospect for the pitching prospect for the Cubs. I would not be surprised. But I mean, alright. Alright. If we take a look at his stats in 2024, so he was on two teams. He was on two teams. Let's look at his stats on the first team. So he went 1-0 with a 1.10 ERA. He went 4 games. 4 games started. So started all of them. 0 CG, SHO, all this stuff. No saves, all this stuff. 16 1/3 innings pitched, 13 hits, 3 runs scored, only 2 earned runs allowed, 1 home run, 230 NP, 3 hit batters. He only hit 3 batters. 2 walks allowed, 18 strikeouts, 0.228 opponent's batting average, a 0.92 whip, and a 1.36 GO/AO, ground out / air outs. NP is number of pitches thrown. So yeah, he threw a total of 230 pitches with this team, with his first team in 2024. His second team in 2024 that he was on, 1-1 with a 7.50 ERA, 5-5 record, 18 innings pitched, 17 hits, 15 runs scored, 15 earned runs allowed, 4 home runs, 325 number of pitches, 11 walks, 22 strikeouts, .254 opponent's batting average, 1.56 whip, and a 0.35 ground out / air outs. Notice how much more worse the ERA and everything gets as soon as he joins the second team that he played on in 2024 compared to the first team that he played on in 2024. The first team that he played on in 2024, look, 1-0, 1.10 ERA, went 4-4, 16 1/3 innings pitched, 13 hits, only allowed 3 runs, only allowed 2 earned runs, only 2 of those 3 runs were earned. 1 home run, only 1 home run allowed, 3 hit batters, 230 number of pitches, 2 walks, 0 intentional, 18 strikeouts, a .228 opponent's batting average. And notice what happens as soon as he joins the second team in 2024. 1-1, a 7.50 ERA. That ERA jumped up by like 3 times. 5 games 5 games started. Oh, 4 games. 4 games started in the first team. 5 games. 5 games started. 18 innings pitched. 17 hits. 15 runs scored. 15 earned runs. 4 home runs allowed. It's pretty good that only 4 of those runs were home runs. But 0 hit batters threw a number of pitches of 325. He threw 230 with TNS, which was his first team. With IOW, his second team, he threw 325. Correction there. 11 walks, 0 intentional, 22 strikeouts, a .254 opponent's batting average. Notice how high all the numbers jumped up as soon as he joined IOW after he left TNS. But yeah, notice how high those numbers jumped up as soon as he joined IOW after he left TNS. It's insane. So, is he going to be a good prospect? I believe so. Look, I think the only reason he had a bad season with the second team that he joined in 2025, in 2024, correction there, 2024, it's mainly because of the coaches. I don't think it was because of him. I think it was because of the pitching coaches. The pitching coach. And I think it was because the pitching coach, the difference of the pitching coach at IOW compared to TNS, I think that's what shifted his pitching. So I think he's actually a better pitcher than what it showed right here with IOW. But yeah. Let's close this, close this. Alright. We're gonna move on from that article. We're gonna now talk about, so let's pull up ESPN. We're now going to talk about college basketball. Oh, college football. If there are any college football fans out there, number 7 ranked Notre Dame is tied with 2 ranked. Number 7 seed Notre Dame is tied right now with 2 seed Georgia, 3-3 with 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the second quarter. Notre Dame has the football, 3rd and 1. Notre Dame's 47. But anyway, so if we go to the homepage of NCAA men's basketball, if we take a look at, hold on, let me see. Presbyterian beat Longwood 68-60. Let's take a look at some scores, shall we? Let's take a look at some scores. Why is this not loading? Here we go. Scores. So, like I mentioned, 6 p.m. ESPN2 tonight. 21 ranked Memphis takes on Florida Atlantic. Tonight, 7 p.m. on the FS1, the 20 ranked Purdue Boilermakers take on Minnesota. Portland takes on 19 ranked Gonzaga Bulldogs at 8 p.m. on ESPN Plus. And then tonight, 9 o'clock p.m. FS1, 22 ranked Illinois Fighting Illini take on the 9 ranked Oregon Ducks. Of course, tomorrow, January 3rd, you got 18 ranked Michigan State taking on Ohio State at 7 p.m. on Fox. At 8 p.m. on FS1, we got 8 ranked Marquette against Creighton. And then Saturday, January 4th, we got at 10 a.m. on ESPN, we got the 6 ranked Florida Gators against the 10 ranked Kentucky Wildcats. At 11 a.m. on the SEC Network, we got the 24 ranked Ole Miss Rebels taking on the Georgia Bulldogs. At 12 p.m. on ESPN, we got the 23 ranked Arkansas Razorbacks taking on the 1 ranked Tennessee Volunteers. At 1 p.m. on Fox, we got 15 ranked UCLA Bruins taking on the Nebraska Cornhuskers. 25 ranked Baylor Bears take on the 3 ranked Iowa State Cyclones at 1 p.m. on CBS. At 1 p.m. on ESPN Plus, we got the BYU Cougars taking on the 14 ranked Houston Cougars. At 1 p.m. on the SEC Network, we got the South Carolina Gamecocks taking on the 17 ranked Mississippi State Bulldogs. At 1:15 p.m. on the CW Network, we got 4 ranked Duke Blue Devils taking on the SMU Mustangs. At 1:30 p.m. on ESPN2, we got the 16 ranked Cincinnati Bearcats taking on the Arizona Wildcats. At 3 p.m. on the SEC Network, we got the Missouri Tigers taking on the 2 ranked Auburn Tigers. The Battle of the Tigers. At 5 p.m. on the SEC Network, we got 12 ranked Oklahoma Sooners taking on the 5 ranked Alabama Crimson Tide. At 7 p.m. on the SEC Network, we got the Texas Longhorns taking on the 13 ranked Texas A&M Aggies. And then finally, at 8 p.m. on ESPN Plus, we got the 19 ranked Gonzaga Bulldogs taking on the Loyola Marymount Lions. And last but not least, we got Sunday. Yeah, Rebels. Okay. Last but not least, we got Sunday, January 5th. At 1 p.m. on NBC, the Providence Friars take on the 11-ranked UConn Huskies. At 1 p.m. on the Big Ten Network, we got Northwestern Wildcats taking on the 20-ranked Purdue Boilermakers. Let me just make sure that Wildcats. It is. Okay. At 3 p.m. on the ESPN Plus, we got the 7-ranked Kansas Jayhawks taking on the UCF Knights, aka the University of Central Florida Knights. We got at 3 p.m. on Peacock, we got the Maryland Knights. We got the Maryland Terrapins taking on the 9-ranked Oregon Ducks. At 3 p.m. on the Big Ten Network, we got the 22-ranked Illinois Fighting Illini taking on the Washington Huskies. And last but not least, at 4 p.m. on Sunday evening on ESPN, we got the North Texas Mean Green taking on the 21-ranked Memphis Tigers. That should be a pretty good game. Let me just make sure this is Maryland Terrapins. It is, yes, terrapins. Right. Alright, let's close that tab. And yeah. Alright. And yeah. There, folks. That is going to do it. We've already been going for 35 and a half minutes now here on episode 15 of Super Sam's Sports Encore podcast. I'm Sam. I'll be live again tomorrow morning and then tomorrow evening at 4 p.m. Alright, I'll be live tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Okay, 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, and then tomorrow evening at 4 p.m. Okay, so be sure to like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys tomorrow morning. Peace out.